Welcome to District Command Central, your go-to source for the latest news and updates on the Washington Commanders. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a play. The Washington Commanders are entering the 2025 NFL season with a mix of excitement and uncertainty, particularly regarding their wide receiver core, and Luke McCaffrey finds himself at the center of that storm. Despite an offseason marked by trades and new acquisitions, including the headline-grabbing arrival of Deebo Samuel Sr. and the selection of Jalen Lane in the fourth round, McCaffrey's name continues to generate buzz among analysts and fans alike. His journey from a sporadically targeted rookie to a potential breakout candidate reflects not only his own perseverance, but also the growing pains of a team in transition. While Terry McLaurin remains the unquestioned top target and Noah Brown offers reliable depth, McCaffrey's ability to secure meaningful snaps on the field will be critical. Observers are particularly intrigued by how he could complement quarterback Jayden Daniels' high-volume passing attack, potentially carving out a significant role despite fierce internal competition and the ever-shifting roster landscape that the Commanders' front office has created this offseason. Andrew Buller-Russ from Sportsnaut has been particularly vocal about McCaffrey's potential, emphasizing that the wideout possesses the skill set and family pedigree to thrive in Washington. Being the brother of Christian McCaffrey and the son of Ed McCaffrey certainly adds an interesting narrative layer, but it's McCaffrey's own determination and adaptability that have earned him attention. Last year, as a rookie, he recorded just 18 receptions for 168 yards, numbers that hardly capture the flashes of talent he displayed in practice and preseason games. Buller-Russ envisions McCaffrey ascending to the number 3 receiver role behind McLaurin and Samuel, a projection that would require him to consistently outperform both expectations and newly acquired teammates. The Commanders' commitment to bolstering the wide receiver unit signals a demanding environment where only those capable of rapid growth and reliable execution will succeed, placing McCaffrey at a critical crossroads in his professional development and the team's offensive future. Despite the influx of new talent, McCaffrey's offseason has been marked by opportunity as well as uncertainty, a paradox that many young players face in the NFL. The Commanders' addition of Kendrick Bourne to their pursuit list illustrates the front office's insistence on depth and reliability at every position. For McCaffrey, this could either spell more competition for targets or a chance to prove that he deserves consistent snaps in high-stakes situations. The analytical consensus suggests that his versatility and grasp of the offensive scheme could make him a hidden gem, especially if quarterback Jayden Daniels grows more comfortable with targeting a younger, yet instinctively aware receiver. The question now becomes whether McCaffrey can translate flashes of potential into tangible production, capitalizing on the trust of coaches and teammates while navigating the crowded wide receiver room, where every catch, route, and practice rep carries weight in a highly competitive professional environment with limited margin for error. McCaffrey's collegiate background adds another layer to his story, as he only spent 2 years at Rice as a wide receiver before entering the NFL. This relative inexperience makes his learning curve steep, but also suggests a high ceiling for growth if given proper guidance and opportunity. His skill set demonstrates a combination of route-running acumen and physicality inherited from his athletic family. Yet he must integrate those attributes into a professional game plan that demands precision and adaptability. Analysts like Buller-Russ believe that McCaffrey's breakout potential is not merely a product of familial hype, but a legitimate projection based on skill progression, preseason performance, and the current structure of the Commanders' offense. In a system where Jayden Daniels is expected to distribute the ball frequently, McCaffrey could emerge as a reliable secondary option who forces defenses to account for him, thereby elevating both his individual profile and the overall efficiency of Washington's aerial attack in 2025. The pressures on McCaffrey are compounded by the Commanders' front office philosophy, which has historically favored aggressive roster moves and high-stakes personnel decisions. Adam Peters, the team's leading executive, has demonstrated a willingness to restructure and strengthen units whenever necessary, signaling that no player is guaranteed a spot without proving their worth. For McCaffrey, this means that the margin for error is razor-thin, and every practice, film session, and game day snap will be scrutinized. His rookie season, characterized by inconsistent usage, provided some leniency as a transitional period, but the expectations in year 2 are exponentially higher. To secure a meaningful role, McCaffrey must not only execute routes and catch passes, but also internalize complex offensive schemes and adapt on the fly to defensive adjustments, proving that he is capable of contributing in high-pressure situations while simultaneously carving out a path toward long-term stability within a team hungry for reliable offensive production. The narrative surrounding McCaffrey is also a testament to perseverance in the face of uncertainty, a quality highly valued in professional sports. Despite being one of several wide receivers competing for attention, he has demonstrated mental resilience and work ethic that resonate with coaches and analysts. While his statistical output from the rookie year was modest, observers note that his impact goes beyond the box score, contributing in ways that may not always be quantified, such as blocking, route adjustments, and timing with his quarterback. This blend of potential and intangibles creates a compelling storyline, particularly in a franchise that is simultaneously managing veteran stars and integrating young talent. McCaffrey's ability to maintain focus and confidence while navigating a competitive depth chart will ultimately determine whether he evolves from a promising prospect to a key contributor in the Commanders' offensive arsenal during the 2025 season. The spotlight intensifies as the season approaches, with fans, analysts, and teammates closely monitoring how McCaffrey handles the challenges of an evolving roster. The addition of Deebo Samuel Sr. and other strategic acquisitions has undoubtedly raised the level of competition, but it has also created opportunities for McCaffrey to learn from seasoned veterans while demonstrating his capabilities. Breaking out in the NFL requires a combination of timing, skill, and situational awareness, and McCaffrey is entering a pivotal period where all three factors will be tested repeatedly. Analysts continue to highlight his adaptability and intelligence, suggesting that if he seizes the opportunities provided, he could emerge as an indispensable target for Jaden Daniels, contributing to the Commanders' offensive efficiency while solidifying his own reputation as a rising star in a franchise eager for explosive playmakers and reliable pass-catching options across the board. The stakes for McCaffrey are amplified by the larger context of the Commanders' strategic ambitions. The organization has invested heavily in offensive weapons, indicating that every wide receiver is expected to perform at a high level to justify roster spots and draft capital. McCaffrey's challenge is not only to compete for the number 3 receiver position, but to demonstrate consistency, reliability, and situational awareness that align with the franchise's broader goals. Analysts like Bullerus argue that, in the right circumstances, McCaffrey could provide a unique dimension to the offense, exploiting mismatches and contributing on intermediate and deep routes. The combination of opportunity, expectation, and family pedigree creates a high-pressure environment, but also one where breakout performance could instantly elevate his status within the team and the league, turning whispers of potential into a tangible reality that impacts wins and team momentum over the course of the season. Mentorship from established stars within the Commanders' wide receiver room may play a critical role in McCaffrey's development, offering insight into route running, reading defenses, and maintaining composure under pressure. Learning from veterans such as Terry McLaurin and Deebo Samuel Sr. provides a blueprint for success, while emphasizing the importance of preparation and attention to detail. These relationships could prove invaluable, enabling McCaffrey to shorten his learning curve and translate his raw athleticism into consistent, production-oriented gameplay. Analysts stress that this mentorship, combined with McCaffrey's inherent drive and athletic DNA, could facilitate a breakout year if he adapts quickly to professional speed and complexity. In a league where opportunity often meets readiness, the alignment of coaching guidance, veteran mentorship, and personal focus may serve as the catalyst for a significant leap in performance, ensuring that McCaffrey does not merely survive but thrives within the Commanders' competitive offensive landscape. Ultimately, Luke McCaffrey's story is one of potential, perseverance, and high-stakes opportunity, encapsulating the challenges faced by young NFL players striving to establish themselves amidst veteran competition and evolving team priorities. While statistical outputs have been modest to date, his trajectory suggests the possibility of meaningful contributions that could redefine his role in Washington. Analysts, fans, and insiders are watching closely, weighing his athleticism, football IQ, and adaptability against the backdrop of a demanding roster that leaves little room for complacency. The upcoming season represents both a test and a chance for redemption, where success will depend on preparation, execution, and seizing the moments that matter most. If McCaffrey can navigate these challenges effectively, he could emerge as one of the Commanders' most compelling breakout stories in 2025, transforming hype into tangible impact while reinforcing the narrative of resilience and talent running deep within the McCaffrey family legacy. The anticipation surrounding McCaffrey's potential breakout is mirrored by the energy and expectations of the Commanders' fan base, who are eager for new heroes to emerge alongside established stars. Every preseason rep, every route run in practice, and every target in a game will be magnified under the spotlight of expectation and hope. Analysts like Buller Russ argue that the blend of pedigree, athletic skill, and opportunity provides McCaffrey with a unique chance to redefine his professional narrative. In a league where young receivers often take time to adjust, the combination of mental toughness, adaptability, and high-volume passing opportunities could allow him to leapfrog peers and assert himself as a reliable weapon for Jaden Daniels. The unfolding season will be a critical chapter in his career, offering a stage where perseverance meets opportunity, and where McCaffrey has the chance to prove that belief in his potential was well-founded and that he can deliver under pressure in one of the NFL's most competitive wide receiver rooms. If you're enjoying the coverage, make sure to smash that like button and drop a comment with your thoughts on the Commanders' latest moves. We want to hear from you. The rumor mill is buzzing in Washington as whispers around FedEx Field suggest an unexpected twist in the off-season maneuverings of the Commanders, a move that could shake the NFC East to its very core. Sources close to the team hint at a clandestine negotiation that has brought defensive powerhouse Chase Young back into the Commanders' fold, a story that is not yet officially broken, but is spreading like wildfire across social media and locker room grapevines. The timing of this potential acquisition is particularly tantalizing, occurring at a juncture when roster building and draft strategies are typically under intense scrutiny. Insiders claim that the front office has been quietly orchestrating discussions that could circumvent the usual fanfare, and if true, this maneuver might be one of the most significant defensive acquisitions in recent franchise history. While no official announcement has been made, the mere prospect of Young returning to the team has ignited fervent speculation and excitement among the Washington fanbase, who remember the ferocity and skill he brought to the field in his earlier tenure. Rumors suggest that this secretive approach to bringing back Chase Young could involve a complex web of trades and contract restructuring, possibly including undisclosed players or future draft considerations that remain under wraps. Analysts are already spinning out scenarios, debating how the Commanders might have navigated salary cap constraints and roster limitations to facilitate such a high-profile return. The narrative surrounding Young's potential comeback is layered with intrigue. There are whispers of personal conversations between Young and team leadership, of private workouts that went unnoticed by media, and of strategic planning sessions aimed at reintegrating him into a defensive scheme that has evolved since his last stint. The clandestine nature of the reported negotiations has only fueled speculation, with commentators and fans alike attempting to piece together the puzzle from cryptic social media posts, anonymous insider comments, and subtle hints dropped during press conferences. If Chase Young does indeed rejoin the Commanders under these secretive circumstances, it would mark not only a major football story, but also a compelling tale of loyalty, ambition, and the high-stakes maneuvering that defines NFL front offices. Adding fuel to the fire, insiders indicate that the secrecy surrounding this potential move was intentional, designed to avoid tipping off rival teams who might have tried to interfere with the negotiation process or alter their own strategies in response. It's reported that Washington's management employed unconventional methods, possibly including confidential meetings at private locations and discreet communications with agents and league officials, all aimed at keeping the details under wraps until a final agreement could be reached. The stakes for the Commanders are enormous. Reintegrating a player of Chase Young's caliber is no small task, requiring meticulous planning to align coaching strategies, player chemistry, and contract logistics. Observers are particularly focused on how the defensive line might be reshaped to accommodate Young's return, speculating about potential shifts in personnel, scheme adjustments, and even the ripple effect on younger players who have developed in his absence. As rumors swirl, fans are eager for concrete confirmation, but the layers of secrecy make every report seem simultaneously plausible and tantalizingly incomplete, feeding an atmosphere of suspense that is almost cinematic in its intensity. Beyond the tactical considerations, there's a narrative of redemption and unfinished business that surrounds Young's rumored comeback. Sources hint that personal motivations may be playing a significant role, with Young possibly seeking to prove himself anew after challenges or controversies that may have colored his earlier years in Washington. The team's willingness to pursue him in such a discreet manner could indicate a recognition of his immense talent and the transformative impact he could have on the defensive front. Analysts are pondering the psychological dynamics at play, how Young's leadership and skill might inspire teammates, influence the locker room culture, and even alter the way opponents approach games against the Commanders. These off-field elements, though less visible than draft picks or salary cap maneuvers, are crucial to understanding why a secretive negotiation might have been deemed necessary. The combination of football strategy, personal narrative, and high-stakes maneuvering makes this rumored acquisition a storyline that extends well beyond the gridiron, capturing the imagination of fans who are hungry for both spectacle and substance. Financial analysts and sports economists are also chiming in, speculating on how Washington could manage the significant monetary implications of bringing back a player of Young's stature while balancing other roster obligations. Rumors suggest intricate contract structuring, including performance incentives, signing bonuses, and potential trade clauses designed to maximize value while minimizing risk. There's a sense that the team may have been unusually proactive, considering multiple contingency plans in case negotiations faltered or external pressures emerged. The secrecy and sophistication of these maneuvers have drawn comparisons to high-level corporate deal-making, with fans marveling at the behind-the-scenes intelligence required to navigate such a complex landscape. Conversations among insiders also point to the broader ripple effect across the league. Rival teams are reportedly monitoring the situation closely, attempting to anticipate how Young's potential return could reshape the NFC East hierarchy and influence draft and free agent strategies in ways that extend far beyond Washington itself. Meanwhile, the social media echo chamber has exploded with speculation, fan theories, and amateur analyses, creating a feedback loop of rumor and anticipation that has only intensified the frenzy surrounding this potential move. Memes, reaction videos, and analytical threads dissect every small clue, from cryptic Instagram posts to body language during interviews, attempting to corroborate whispers of Young's return. Commentators are noting that the unusual intensity of these discussions underscores both the charisma of Chase Young and the magnetic draw of a high-stakes, behind-the-scenes NFL story. Even casual observers are being pulled into the drama, debating not only the plausibility of the secretive negotiations, but also the potential outcomes on the field, the morale of the team, and the narrative arc of the Commanders' season. This digital frenzy, while chaotic, serves to amplify the sense of occasion, making the rumored acquisition feel like a moment that transcends ordinary football chatter and edges into the territory of cultural phenomenon. Coaches and former players have also weighed in, with many praising the potential wisdom behind a stealthy approach to acquiring Young. Rumors suggest that internal discussions involved assessing the perfect timing to announce such a return, so as to maximize tactical advantage while minimizing disruption to the team's off-season preparations. Some speculate that the coaching staff has already begun envisioning game plans centered around Young's reintegration, including tweaks to alignments, blitz packages, and rotation schedules that could make the defensive front significantly more formidable. These whispers, although unconfirmed, paint a picture of a carefully choreographed operation, balancing secrecy with strategic foresight. Analysts are emphasizing that even the perception of such a maneuver can impact league dynamics, influencing the decisions of other franchises and heightening the intensity of the upcoming season in ways that make every practice, draft pick, and transaction potentially consequential in this interconnected narrative. Fans, meanwhile, are reportedly divided between cautious optimism and unbridled excitement, as rumors swirl about Young's rumored return. Social media polls, fan forums, and comment sections are rife with debate, analyzing everything from his current form and injury history to how he might fit within the evolving team culture. The fascination is not just about his physical prowess, but also about the storylines that accompany his secretive, high-profile return. Themes of loyalty, unfinished business, and the intoxicating possibility of redemption. Speculation extends beyond immediate football considerations, touching on merchandising, ticket sales, and even the media strategy surrounding the announcement. The anticipation has created a unique moment where fandom, rumor, and strategy intersect, producing a narrative that captures attention far beyond the traditional sports audience. The Commanders' fanbase seems poised to react with an intensity that mirrors the suspense surrounding the rumors themselves, eagerly awaiting any sign that these secretive negotiations will culminate in a dramatic reveal. Adding another layer of intrigue, some insiders hint that the rumored negotiations may have involved unconventional intermediaries or unexpected allies, including former teammates, coaches, or even rival executives acting in unofficial capacities. This element of secrecy and complexity enhances the narrative appeal, making the potential return of Young not just a football story, but a tale rich with human drama, negotiation tactics, and strategic deception. Observers are drawing comparisons to espionage-like operations, imagining backroom deals, late-night conference calls, and carefully orchestrated signals intended to mislead competitors while preserving the integrity of the plan. The combination of athletic excellence, tactical ingenuity, and high-stakes human drama makes the rumor of Young's return irresistible to fans, journalists, and casual observers alike, transforming what might have been a routine player acquisition into a suspenseful saga with layers of intrigue and consequence. Meanwhile, media speculation continues to intensify, with unnamed sources offering conflicting accounts and analysts parsing every detail for hidden clues. Rumors suggest that Young's agent may have played a central role in maintaining the secrecy of the negotiations, balancing competing pressures while safeguarding his client's interests. Industry observers are noting that such a high-profile, clandestine move is rare in today's era of constant media coverage, adding to the allure and mystique. The ongoing uncertainty has created a narrative in which every tweet, press conference, or offhand comment could carry hidden significance, prompting fans and journalists to engage in relentless scrutiny and debate. This dynamic has elevated the story beyond the usual boundaries of sports reporting, blending elements of suspense, strategy, and human interest in a way that keeps the Commanders and Young at the center of an enthralling offseason saga that refuses to settle into predictable patterns. Finally, the potential return of Chase Young represents more than just a player acquisition. It embodies a convergence of talent, strategy, secrecy, and fan engagement that underscores the unpredictable, often theatrical nature of the NFL. If the rumors are accurate, Washington's front office has executed a maneuver that is as much about narrative control and psychological impact as it is about football performance. The storyline captivates because it blends the tangible with the intangible. Young's athletic gifts and potential on-field impact intersect with clandestine negotiations, media speculation, and the emotional resonance of fans who have followed his journey. As the offseason continues to unfold, every day adds new layers of tension and possibility, making this rumor-driven saga one of the most compelling narratives of the year. Whether or not an official announcement is imminent, the mere possibility of Young rejoining the Commanders has already reshaped conversations across the league and ignited imaginations in a way that few stories ever managed to achieve, leaving fans and observers alike suspended in a state of suspenseful anticipation. Thanks for tuning into District Command Central. Make sure to subscribe and follow us for all the Commanders news you need. Until next time, keep the faith and hail to the Commanders.